Hello, everybody. Here we are again. Next part of the pineapple episodes. And as you can see, still a lot of bubbles happening on the top. It's working very, very nicely. A lot happening here. And you'll see that there's a third bottle that's been added. I had a couple of apples, yellow and some red apples that were getting quite ripe, perhaps overripe already. It was nice, high sugar content, so I decided to do a similar thing, drop them in 5 litre bottle, kilo of sugar. This time I put a whole 10 grams of yeast in and filled it up with really warm water, shook it up good, dissolved the yeast and the sugar into the water and let it stand. So this has now been standing for about 24 hours. In the beginning, I think because of the yeast, there was quite a lot of gas activity creation. The glove hand was standing up quite a lot. Have had to bleed it off quite a bit. Had a little taste earlier. It's definitely got a nice fizz coming along. I think it's going to possibly need to stand a little bit longer. All the the reading and the material I've come across around apple products talk for a bit of a longer fermentation cycle, about 5 to 7 days. And I think it's maybe because it takes a little bit longer to get the sugar to leach out of the apple. It's a bit more of a harder fruit than, for example, the pineapple, which is quite soft. So it tend to break down and that quite a little bit easier. So I'm just going to monitor it again, just check it out on a daily basis, take a bit of a taste sample once a day and see what's happening. Coming back to the beer, same thing, had a taste earlier. Really, really looking good. It's got a nice flavor, nice fizz to it. Sweetness is starting to fade. So yeah, beer kind of taste and aroma is definitely coming up. So the plan is tonight to have a Friday night dinner, making some pizza, and then going to enjoy a nice glass of pineapple beer with that. So that's the plan for this evening, and then we'll be at the 72-hour mark, taking taking the first real drink of the beer. What I did today, because we're heading out of summer into winter, put the bottles now for a few minutes on the windowsill, just to let it catch a little bit of sun, and it definitely just picked up the bubble activity, accelerated that a little bit, and it certainly, you can actually even see that the bubbles actually run up from the bottom. It's quite amazing. They actually pop up through there. It's quite fascinating to watch. So later this evening, gonna be tasting some of this beer. There you can see the bubbles running as it stands. It's just totally on the go. I'm just gonna have a look there. Look at that bubbles. Go baby, go baby, go. I'm getting the same thing on the apple, huh? Look at that bubble activity happening with the apple. It's really, really good. So, yeah. Not quite sure what's going to happen with the apple, if I'm going to get like an ale or cider. I'm not quite sure which way it's going to swing. Never done apple before, so yeah, first time I've done this. I've done pineapple, but that was many years ago in my younger days. So it's been a while since I did the pineapple. But yeah, looking good. Looking really, really good. Let's have a look at what's happening there. Look at that bubbles just kicking up. Quite amazing to think this is just chemicals in nature, just running, doing its own thing, all on its own, really. Just created the correct environment and mixed the right components together and pretty much a reasonably good proportion. Yeah. Anyway, we'll chat to you guys later. Have a good one.